There is a question that lingers in the hearts of all who walk this earth. How do we face life's greatest challenges without breaking? The Stoics, ancient masters of resilience, believed the answer lies not in fighting the storm, but in becoming the unyielding rock beneath the waves. What you're about to discover is not a mere philosophy, it's a way of life, a path through chaos to clarity, and the wisdom that has withstood the tests of centuries. Long ago, in the heart of an empire that teetered on the brink of collapse, Marcus Aurelius sat by the dim light of a flickering candle. The sounds of unrest seeped through the palace walls, plague, war, betrayal, but in his hands the emperor held no weapon. Instead, he wrote. His thoughts, raw and unfiltered, became what we now call meditations. He wrote not as a king, but as a man struggling to hold himself together. You have power over your mind, not outside events, he reminded himself over and over. These were not idle musings, they were survival tools. He knew that the world would always seek to unmake him, but he also knew this. Control the mind, and you control everything. Before Marcus, there was Epictetus, a man who knew struggle intimately. Born into slavery, his body bore the scars of chains, but his spirit remained untouched. When he was freed, he taught that true freedom comes not from external conditions, but from mastering the self. Circumstances don't make the man, he said. They only reveal him to himself. These words resonate across millennia. Epictetus faced pain, cruelty, and injustice, yet he chose to see each hardship as a mirror, one that revealed his strength, his character, and his ability to endure. He reminds us that life's challenges are not enemies to be conquered, but teachers to be heeded. And then there was Seneca, a man of contradictions, both philosopher and politician, mentor to an emperor and victim of tyranny. He lived in a time when life could change with the flick of a blade, yet he found peace in chaos. Seneca believed that adversity was not a curse, but a crucible. Difficulties strengthen the mind, he wrote, as labor does the body. To Seneca, the storms of life were inevitable, but suffering was optional. He saw pain as a forge, a place where the raw materials of the soul could be shaped into something unbreakable. His words challenge us to see our struggles not as punishments, but as opportunities to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. And here we are, centuries later, surrounded by a different kind of storm. The distractions are endless, the pressures relentless, and the fears unyielding. But the wisdom of the Stoics remains as powerful as ever. It is a whisper through time, reminding us that no matter how loud the world gets, there is always a place of stillness within us. The Stoics taught us the art of pausing, of stepping back from the noise. When anger rises, Marcus Aurelius invites us to ask, "What is within my power here?" When fear grips us, Seneca's words echo, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." And when life feels overwhelming, Epictetus reminds us to separate what is up to us from what is not. To practice Stoicism is not to deny our humanity, it is to embrace it fully. It is to acknowledge the chaos of life while cultivating an unshakable inner calm. The Stoics remind us that the power to overcome is not something we find. It is something we build, moment by moment, choice by choice. The challenges of life will never cease. The storms will come, the winds will howl, and the darkness will fall. But within each of us is a light that no storm can extinguish. It is the gift of the Stoics, passed down through the ages, a guide not to survival but to flourishing. This is your invitation to step into that light, to not just weather the storms of life, but to thrive within them. If this story resonates with you, let it become a part of your journey. Subscribe to this channel, where ancient wisdom meets modern resilience. Together, let us learn not just to face life's challenges, but to transcend them.